Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I know we don't usually post on Saturdays, though we might start doing that. There are some interesting things to talk about in regards to the Suicide Squad movie. And if you guys haven't been following, James Gunn has mentioned to fans on his social media that he has his full cast for this movie. So he knows who is going to be in our new Suicide Squad roster. Some of the things us fans don't know is, 1, who the villain's going to be, 2, who Idris Elba is playing, and 3, who King Shark's, or who's going to be playing King Shark, because we know he's a part of the roster already. And also Peacemaker, if you want to throw that in there, even though John Cena is rumored to be playing Peacemaker. But let's get into some of the more interesting news that has come out recently, or rumors that have come out. So first thing, there is this rumor that I saw floating around last night that Idris Elba may be playing Deathstroke. Now that is a shocker right there, because if you've been a fan of the DC universe at all the past few years, you know that I'm going to butcher this name, Joe Manganiello is already our Deathstroke. He appeared at the end of Justice League, and he broke Lex Luthor out of his prison cell that he was locked in after Batman v Superman, and we were all super excited about that because Joe Manganiello was supposed to play the villain role in the Batman movie directed by Ben Affleck. And it's crazy to think that just 2 years ago that was going to be the case, but we all know what happened. Ben Affleck is out of this role, out of his director role as well, and we have Matt Reeves working on his own original script. And that's all fine, I'm excited for that. But Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke is something that fans have been wanting to see for a while, and Joe Manganiello has been teasing fans kind of on and off about him still being in this role. So this is really interesting, and this is coming from a podcaster actually. So take this with a grain of salt. Now, for me personally, I don't believe it until it's all solidified. But here's what Robbie Fox had to say. So he's this podcaster. So I'm not sure how credible he is, so that's why I take it with a grain of salt. So he says, hearing some very interesting whispers about Idris Elba's character in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Wouldn't it be awesome if you were playing Deathstroke? And that's the full quote. And no, it wouldn't be awesome, because while Idris Elba is a great actor, and if we didn't already have a Deathstroke casted, I'd be okay with it because Idris Elba's great. But we already have a Deathstroke in Joe Manganiello, and originally all of us thought Idris Elba was going to be replacing Will Smith as Deadshot in the movie. Turns out that's not the case. Then I heard that he was going to be playing an original character. Some people floated around Bronze Tiger, and then now we get this. And I don't think it would be the case, because James Gunn is actually friends with Joe Manganiello, and I forward you to, or I'm showing you here this Facebook post from James Gunn back in April 21st of 2018. He says, "My friend Joe Manganiello turned me on to D&D for the first time in many years. I've had a blast playing, all without ever having to look at a screen." So another reason why fans really embrace Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke is he is just a total nerd. He's a true fan of this culture, like all of us. And he has definitely done his research on Deathstroke in previous interviews. So we know that he's all into this. Now, whether or not or where he's going to appear next in the DC universe, we don't know. But I'd like to think he's still going to be playing Deathstroke. And that fact that James Gunn knows him and can easily reach out to him to play the role of Deathstroke if they wanted him, makes me think that this whole Idris Elba rumor about Deathstroke is not true. Now, especially with James Gunn saying that he has all of the roster assembled, that's why all these rumors, I think, are starting to pop up. And speaking of rumors, another rumor came out as well. Michael Rooker in talks to play King Shark for the Suicide Squad, an exclusive from The Wrap, Humberto Gonzalez. This guy, again, Humberto Gonzalez sometimes has reliable stuff, but a lot of the times he doesn't. And I think he's starting to become, and with the fans, it's kind of like 50-50 sometimes with Humberto Gonzalez. I know he's a big DC fan, as far as what I can tell. But he says on The Wrap that he's in talks. But not long after I saw this rumor floating around, all you gotta do is follow Michael Rooker on his Instagram account, and he posts this. He he screenshots Umberto Gonzalez's post on the Wrap and says, "Da, not," and I don't know what "da" means, but pretty much shooting this rumor down as of right now. And again, you never know. Maybe Michael Rooker's publicists don't want the Wrap to be the ones to scoop this news. That could be the case because sometimes actors and their publicists want a certain trade or company or whatever have you, a certain reporter to be able to drop the news, and maybe Umberto Gonzalez doesn't have that cred yet. I don't know. But for right now, I'm going to take Michael Rooker at his word and say, hey, he's completely shooting this down. And so that, I would actually be down for Michael Rooker to play King Shark. He's actually seems pretty perfect. Michael Rooker, if you just look at this guy's catalog, man, this guy's an amazing actor. I love this guy. He's in like all types of spectrums of movies, and I think whatever you can add Michael Rooker into, he'd be a great role. So he'd be a great fit. And of course, he's been in James Gunn movies before, so it's not any surprise that James Gunn would want to bring someone he knows he can work with into the fold. So if that's not the case, and it doesn't seem to be the case that Michael Rooker is in the Suicide Squad, I hope maybe James Gunn can reach out to him and potentially add him for King Shark, because that sounds great. And lastly, it seems like James Gunn, if all of these rumors, if there's a hint of truth in any of them, it seems like James Gunn may be reaching out to all of the cast members from previous movies that he's worked with. And there's another rumor out there that the Suicide Squad is eyeing Benicio Del Toro for a villain role. And, whatever you guys think of James Gunn, and I know some of you don't think too highly of him because of mistakes he's made in the past, the mistakes he's apologized for. But whatever you think of him and his movies, you can't deny that he had a great group of actors assembled for Guardians of the Galaxy. One of those actors being Benicio Del Toro. Benicio Del Toro, if you look at his catalog as well, or his IMDb, and check out all the movies he's been in, man, this guy's an amazing actor, and any movie would be lucky to have him. And for him to possibly play a villain role sounds amazing. This guy always does well as a villain. I thought him in his role in the Marvel Universe as the Collector, a little wasted, but hey, you got to get in where you fit in over there. There's so many characters they need, but hopefully his role over here will be much bigger, a little more cynical, hopefully, because, man, Benicio Del Toro has range, and I'd love to see him in a charismatic, villainous role. Now, what role would that be? I'm not so sure. I'm not a big Suicide Squad reader, as I mentioned in the past, so maybe you guys who've been reading, especially catching up on the DC Universe apps, because you can read a lot of the Suicide Squad comics on there, apparently. If you guys have been following or been reading Suicide Squad for any extended amount of time, and you think that there may be a villain he could play, let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll talk about it in the Reading the Comments video tomorrow, because one of the rumors before for this movie was that Black Adam was going to be the villain, or going to be the main driving force behind this movie. The Suicide Squad's searching for Black Adam. So I don't know, maybe that's not true anymore either. Maybe Benicio Del Toro is the main bad guy, and it says that, so there's no official word as to who he might be playing, but his character is being dubbed the Mayor, who is described as an irascible old warrior who lives for war. There hasn't been any official confirmation from Warner Brothers, so obviously this news also take it with a grain of salt, and this is coming from Geeks Worldwide. Those guys seem to be breaking rumors left and right all the time, so if you want to follow them, you can follow them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this rumors / news / debunking of rumors down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you do drop a comment down there, we may feature you guys on our video tomorrow, reading the comments. We have some interesting things to talk about. We're going to be talking about Aquaman 2 storylines. We're going to be talking about that new Spider-Man Far From Home clip, and then we're going to read your comments. Some of you guys had some fun, interesting things to say, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.